Hey, it's Kat, and today I want to share with you about this one and gone ivermectin lice treatment that I was given to try and review by the seller. Now, this is a 0.5% ivermectin that used to be not available over the counter, but now it is, so they do consider this prescription strength. But this is one of those treatments that you keep. When you do use it, it should be good for about 6 months once you use it. This is one of those things that you can use once you either spot any lice or nits, which like the eggs, in a person's hair. Now, if you're like me, you got kids, this is always something handy to have on hand because you just never know when they're going to come home with something, and that's the last kind of thing that we want anybody to be generous and be spreading around is lice. But you know what, it's life, it happens. How you use this right here, you're going to apply it to dry hair. You're going to start at the scalp, and then you are going to use only as much as you need to get the scalp and then work your way through the hair. So you get both of the nits and eggs that are laying at the scalp level all the way to the lice that will be anywhere within the head. You do not have to use this entire tube. It says you can use as much of it as you need up to a tube, but you do not have to apply the entire tube. So if you have someone with a smaller head, less hair, you may need less of it. Now, I'm actually not going to open this. I'm telling you right now, it's got a seal on it. I'm not going to open it until I need it. What you do though, like I said, you work it through the hair. You're going to let it set for about 10 minutes, set a timer because it truly does need to set that 10 minutes. Then you rinse it out with just water. No shampoo, no soap, just water. And then you're going to wait before shampooing for a complete day. You want to give the absorbed medicine, the ivermectin, time to kill lice, eggs, nits, render them non-viable so that you don't have any more additional spread. One thing they say is great about this isn't required combing, so you don't have to get that special comb and go through unless it's just something you want to do, but it's not required with this. Always, like anything else, you sure if you're not using gloves when you're applying this to the head, make sure to wash your hands and everything after you're using this, but it's a nice, simple, I think gentle, safe way without hopefully having to do that comb and pulling and tugging and all that, especially if you have a little one you're doing this with. Hope I was able to give you some good information today. Like anything else, whenever you're using, please do your research or due diligence on a new product, especially when you are putting it on little ones, because hey, our number one thing is we want to take care of them. Hope I was able to give you some good information. Have a great day.